I have a 1 acre hop yard that I'm managing organically, and to fertilize it, I want to add in some compost as it's the fall. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm spreading the compost throughout my hop yard. Isn't this a really fun shot? Just wanted to take a break real quick and show you this fun aerial footage. Now back to my introduction. Now, whether you have a hop yard, whether you have a garden, whether you want to do this on your lawn, whether you want to do it in the landscaping around your house, being able to calculate the amount of compost that you're going to want to need to put into your garden bed, to feed all of your plants is a good thing to have. It helps you budget your time, your materials, and then just your effort to get all this done. But how do we make that calculation? How do you figure out how much you're going to need? That's what today's video is all about. So whether you're spreading compost on a garden bed or a hop yard or your yard or whatever, you're gonna wanna figure out how many total cubic yards of compost that you're gonna need to either make or you're going to need to buy. If you don't have the inputs and you don't have the machines to make your own compost or the knowledge, you're gonna need to buy it in, and you're gonna need to find a number based off of your budget and what your goals are to figure out how much compost you're gonna need to bring in to then put on your garden. So for me, I know I have this hop yard. I have 16 rows and each row is 200 feet long, and I need to find a 3-dimensional measurement that tells me how much compost I'm gonna need. Now my hops are heavy feeders. They need a lot of food. I wanna put at least 3 inches of compost on all of my hop beds. I don't wanna do it on the whole entire 1 acre plot. I wanna do it just on the beds. So if you figure, we know that I want 3 inches of compost, right? We got that, 3 inches of compost. And then each row is 200 feet long. So I have 3 inches high, 200 feet long, and then every row is 2 feet wide. So I'd have 2 feet wide, 3 inches tall, 200 feet long. And that gives me a measurement for each and every single row. Now to do this measurement, you would have to convert everything into cubic yards or convert everything into the same exact measurement to get, you can't do inches and feet and then long feet and then transfer it into cubic yards. You have to translate it, and that takes time and energy and math. And that's great if you can do that. I'm not the smartest person in the world, and that's all right. Math isn't a strong suit, but I'm good with the internet. And if you just go into your search terms and type, hey Google, I wanna know how do I calculate cubic yards? There's tons of people who have created easy calculators that will do it for you. So it's really easy to find a calculator online that's gonna give me the total measurement for 3 inches tall, 2 feet wide, 200 feet long is a grand total of 3.7 yards cubed. So I have 3.7 cubic yards per row that I'm gonna put on every single row of hops. I have 16 rows, that's nearly 60 cubic yards of compost that I'm gonna need to either create or buy in. I'm lucky enough that I have the brewer's grains that I've been mixing with wood chips. I create my own compost, so I'm taking brewery outputs, turning it into compost and making it into hop inputs, saving myself some money. Finding that calculation, super easy, and then you can go from there. Say if you only wanted 1 inch of compost, if you wanted 2 inches, if you wanted to do 3 inches and really feed your garden bed this winter, but you only have a certain budget and compost in your area costs a certain amount of money, well, then you can scale back and say, all right, I can only afford 1 inch this year. And how does that play out with your holistic farm, garden, homestead, hop yard plan? So that's what I did to calculate how much compost I knew I was going to need. And from there I can say, all right, it takes me this much time to spread this much compost. I'm using the tractor for this long, which uses roughly so many gallons of diesel fuel. And you can go on and on from there. The more data you can collect on your farming, gardening, and homesteading adventures, the better off you're gonna be long term. Thanks for taking the time. This is a simple video for a simple equation, but I hope it helps you guys out. Till next time, I will see you in the office. It's winter, it's office time.